Okay, so there's two more things I forgot to mention. Number one, you say, "Oh, there's all this garbage that's put. You don't even know what you're smoking. There's all this garbage behind the streets." Like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's because it's illegal. See, if it was legal, you wouldn't. It would be monitored and it would be taken. Like the cartels don't put garbage into it. It's the end product that gets into the street, and then somebody wants to make a shitload of money, so they put cut into it, or they when they cook it, they don't take all the baking soda out and the other shit out, and that's what you end up smoking. That's what makes it bad. Or they put something else in it to make it more addicting because they want you as a customer. That's what makes it. But it's money. It's the money they make on it that's causing the problem. Not the actual plant itself, or even the what's coming from these South American countries. It's not. I guarantee you, it's not. And the second point. I don't remember what the second point was. Except it said, oh yeah, I know what the second point is. Me, when I smoke it, I have to smoke out of a pipe. I smoke out of a pipe, right? And I remember when I used to smoke, when marijuana was illegal, and if people used to see me smoking marijuana out of a pipe, that actually, especially in New Jersey, mostly in New Jersey actually, they would call the cops on me. But now since marijuana is legal, I can smoke it in a pipe. But then somebody that sees it and says, okay, he's smoking out of a pipe, and I believe he's smoking marijuana, but it's actually, or whatever, he's smoking. They're thinking they're claiming it's that thing, but it was only marijuana, and then I have to get questioned and searched and all that shit because of it. That's what you've done, man. That's what you've done. And this is all because of the alcohol companies. You know that, right? Because the alcohol companies did not, during the 60s, marijuana and all these other type of plant medicines, they were a competition to the alcohol companies, right? And the alcohol companies, of course, had what do you call that in politics when you have those people that pay politicians to fight their cause? I'm sure those lawmakers were paid by the alcohol companies to make sure that all those crazy things. We're losing all the business because they're doing all this plant shit now instead of alcohol, man. Make them illegal, so then they come back to alcohol, and you did. You see how that worked out for you? You see? That's the second point. Smoking it's just scary. Wherever I am. Either somebody's going to point it out and run to a cop, or a cop is going to see me and sneak up behind me and then arrest me for it. Yet I've done nothing wrong, man. I do nothing wrong. I've never hurt anybody. Driving is, if I drink a cup of coffee, I'm telling you, I could sit there, right, in a courtroom and do, you do a shot of whatever alcohol you do, and I'll do a puff of this stuff, right? And then back and forth, we do one each, right? Until you reach that legal limit, right? Or just below that legal limit of driving, right? And I guarantee you, I guarantee you, I will drive better than that person. I will drive better than that person. It does not do anything. It doesn't even pay a judgment. It's a stimulant. That's it. It wakes you up, but it also does a few other things that are very shamanic. That if you're trying to experience the shamanic feeling, you can get it because you do communicate. And this is the problem too. People say, oh, he's schizophrenic. No, he's communicating with other dimensions. He just doesn't know what to do because you haven't taught him. You just give him medication to make it go away, so he can become normal again, to sit at a desk and do the job that you want him to do. Look, there's people sitting in cages today that should not be. If you believe that there's a God up there, and you believe that God says, oh yeah, good, throw them in cages because I put those plants there only for them not to use. Even though some of them literally help you connect with God and with the spirit world. Literally. So you see how unjust that is? How like witch hunt that's like? which persecution, for persecuting somebody because of their belief and their desire to use a plant. The only thing that became harmful about it is because it was used with alcohol. That's it. That's what became harmful. So, it was used with alcohol, because then you have the awake drunk, and that's not a good thing. Best thing about alcohol is when somebody drinks enough, they just fall asleep. But if they don't fall asleep and they're awake, well, that becomes a bit of a problem. You see, because at that point they become a burden, and they'll make mistakes, stupid mistakes. Oh, I want more. The only reason you want more is because it's illegal, and right now you don't want to deal with having to go back to your world. But if it was used the way, I saw the Colombians and other Latin American people that I hung out with use it. A lot of them were using it to stay awake and drink. That's a problem. That was always a problem with some of my friends that I had. They would drink alcohol and do it, and I did that for a while. But after a while, I was like, nah, I don't like the alcohol. It bothers me. I don't. What am I doing a stimulant if I'm going to be depressed? So I prefer marijuana. It's great when you do it with marijuana, because then as a musician you get the creativity from the marijuana, but then you also get the stimulant so you don't fall asleep and you just feel like watching TV or something. How bad? Why is that bad, man? Why is that a bad thing? You're going to be in the same grave as I am, right? You're going to be in the same grave as I am. And the way you do it is not saving you from being in that grave. You think there's a health risk, but honestly, I'm 60 years old and I'm probably healthier than a lot of you. I'm homeless and 60 years old and I'm probably a lot healthier than a lot of you. You understand? So please, spare me the shit the propaganda and the shit that they've been telling you for years now. Just so you would run to alcohol. And wink, wink. You could do it like wink, wink under the table, wink, wink. But just wink, wink. Just don't As we know, a lot of people that have money do it, but they have the lawyers to get them off, so they don't have to serve any time. Jail system is full of poor people that chose to do it because they connected with something that Europeans came here and ripped away from them. When they discovered, a civilization and slaughtered that civilization for its land. Who's right in that regard? Huh? The lawmakers that came from that bloodline? Or the tribal people that are trying to go back to it, and you're putting them in cages for it. Huh? Who's wrong in that? Think about that very clearly. Who's wrong in that? Because again, if you believe there's a creator and there's a judgment one day, because if you're going with that one, you better pray. You better pray real hard that your creator is on your side on that one. Because I guarantee you, he, she, it is not. Is not. You have a nice day.